So, it's been a long time. And, I don't really know what I want to say in this video. It's been a really hard year. I know that I've been wanting to do a video for a while, and I don't know why today seemed like a good day to do it. The girls are asleep. It's 101 degrees outside. I don't know why I'm doing this, so I'm probably going to be like dripping sweat here in a bit, which is disgusting. I didn't put on a bra. I didn't brush my hair because it's too, oh, I guess it's blue. You guys haven't seen that. It's too tangled and rat's nesty for me to like really brush, and I didn't want to make the effort. I could have done my eyebrows, but they're not done. I put on just the most basic of makeup. So my struggle with depression has been a struggle, obviously. I'm going to talk a little bit more about what 2018 has been for me, to kind of put some things in perspective. There's been a lot of good things that have happened this year. You know, Kira turned 3, Ari turned 2. I started playing video games on Twitch, which was fun. And for a while, it really helped with the crippling depression and the social anxiety and the feeling trapped. So I'm just gonna kind of give you guys a rundown of how my 2018 has been. There are some things that I may be cryptic about. There are some things that I may not feel comfortable or strong enough to go into detail about. But I'm going to try to lay it all out there. I guess it would start in January. My husband and I went to Vegas, and we had a lot of fun. It was a really good time for my birthday. We met Penn and Teller. A few days after that, we a few days after that, I found myself in a situation where my husband and I were separated. And I've mentioned in, my last video that I made mistakes or choices that were bad for my relationship, and they resulted in him not wanting to be with me, which is hard because I love him. He's been my best friend for like 17 years. And I still desperately hope that things work out with us. But I'm just trying not to focus on that. But we still live together, which makes it hard too when you see the person you love moving on and you live together because you have no choice financially, and we have the kids and we want to maintain a sense of normalcy, and our relationship has been good. We are friends, and by all accounts, like that part has been amicable. It's been nice. It's been pleasant. In February, my husband Rob was involved in a car accident. He had had his GTI for 6 months. So it was a brand new car, and he was rear-ended by a Tesla company vehicle while he was stopped at an on-ramp. The guy hadn't even had a chance to brake and hit him going like 35, 40 miles an hour. Destroyed his car, totaled his car. So my husband had been going to physical therapy because it messed up his back and his shoulder, and we're in the process of trying to get a lawsuit taken care of. Now, of course, my husband needed a car to go to work, so we had money and savings, and so he spent, I can't remember how much, $6,000, $10,000 or something, and bought a new GTI because he knew that we would be recouping that money when the lawsuit was done. In February, I decided to take a little time away. I went and stayed with my mom for a couple weeks with the girls to give him some space, maybe give him a chance to miss me, give myself some time to work on me. And it was really hard because I felt like I didn't have a chance to just let everything sink in. I was constantly busy. I was being told what to do. I was given a routine that was not my normal routine. I was criticized for my parenting. Granted, I don't have a good relationship with my mom, and so it just was not a great situation to be in. The last day that I was there, I don't even know how it came about. I don't remember how the conversation started. But there was a big argument, and my mom my family found ourselves in the middle of a $22,000 lawsuit. Of the only, of all the people you would think would not sue you, your mom is usually the one, who would be at the bottom of the list of people who you'd think wouldn't do it. But we found ourselves suddenly, for a mistake, a completely ignorant non-intentional mistake that my husband made. Like, we found ourselves in the middle of a $22,000 lawsuit. And we came to some sort of agreement. It depleted our savings, literally every penny from our savings. And then we were supposed to make payments every month on top of what we initially paid out of our savings, because again, we knew that we would be getting that lawsuit money from the car accident that would help us, finish paying off the lawsuit, and we'd lose our savings nest egg because now we wouldn't be able to replace that car deposit or anything else, but we thought that we'd at least recoup some of that. So it seemed like things were okay. In March, my husband lost his job. The business that he had built up from the very beginning, it was his shop. And he found himself pushed out of his own shop. People who he gave opportunities to and had friendships and relationships with for years turned against him and pushed him out of his own shop. So he hasn't had a job since March. Meanwhile, I'm still working night shift, but I know that they're making adjustments because they told us that night shift was going to be ending as of May 1st. They weren't going to have a night shift department, and we were going to have to start working in the office, which my office is 90 minutes one way from my house. And I got like the worst possible schedule that I could have even imagined getting. I got 11:30 in the afternoon to 8, and I requested like 4 a.m. to 2 or whatever the cutoff time would be. But no, I got 11:30 to 8, which I don't know how I'm supposed to make that work with having 2 kids and a husband who's hopefully going to get another job, and his job is working during the day. So what am I supposed to do? Like, I can't feasibly afford any kind of childcare. I'm now estranged. I've cut my mom off. My dad lives, 2 hours from me and doesn't have the ability to watch my kids. Like, I have nobody to help. Now, I had vaguely been talking about in my last video that I had made some bad decisions. And I talked about self-harm. In January, when my husband and I separated, I became really suicidal. I was on suicide watch for 2 months. I almost had to go to inpatient. I started cutting myself again. I haven't done it for a really long time, and everything just crashed in on me. And I started cutting myself, and my husband doesn't understand. He thinks it's stupid. A lot of people do. My mom told me that's not something that adults do. When I became suicidal, my psychologist took me off of my Zoloft cold turkey, said stop taking it. So I stopped taking it, and I still am not on anything since January. And I know that it can be really hard to come off something like Zoloft. And I'm struggling. I'm struggling so hard. I feel like I can't be happy. I've cut myself a few times since January, mostly on my thigh, so that my kids wouldn't see it, so that my husband wouldn't see it. May 1st was the first day I was supposed to start working in the office, and I had to pull over on the drive there because my social anxiety is so bad. I started having a panic attack in my car about having to work around all these people and not in the comfort of my home, not knowing how my kids were gonna do with me being gone daily. And so I'm driving to work, panicking that I'm gonna have to be around people. Now, it's a less busy shift, so there's not as many people there, but I get there at 11:30. And at 12, I get an email that I have to go to a team meeting. I thought maybe I was gonna get introduced to everybody on my team. But at noon, I saw everybody. Every single person in the entire building stand up and start heading upstairs where the team meeting was supposed to be. So, 300 people go upstairs and crowd in together between these cubicles where there's this man standing up at the front with a microphone and like a guitar amplifier, who starts off by saying that we are such a stellar company and we have done such a great job and clients are so happy with us, and that we provide the service that every company should strive for. Like, we are the bee's knees, essentially. And then he said, but unfortunately, we have made the decision to close this office. Now, I've been with this company for 6 years. And I hated being smashed between all these people. And then all these people started to panic because what are we supposed to do? I live in an area where there's no work, especially no work for the amount of pay that I was doing. Fortunately, we got a little bit of a heads up. My last day is June 30th. And I have to stay until that day in order to get my severance, if they don't start letting people go for random reasons before then. I don't know what I'm gonna find for a job. Maybe this was the kick that I needed to leave because I was so unhappy there, but I still don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna find another job that's gonna let me immediately work from home. Even if I do find a job that's night shift, you know, I'm gonna have to be away from home. And the chances of me even finding a night shift job are probably pretty slim. So what am I gonna do? My husband at this point still does not have a job. He's supposed to start a new job, but that is still several weeks out. And so on top of the fact that we're short an income, we've got the extra money, extra over $1,000, almost $1,500 every month that we're supposed to be paying out to my mom in a lawsuit, which we can't afford because not only are we short an income, I've done everything I can We have done everything we can to try to make up the difference, and we're falling short, so short. We aren't even coming close to making up the difference. We are just crippling. We are crippled and drowning in our bills right now. Days where you have to decide if it's going to be food or keeping your lights on. And soon I'm not even going to have a job. And right now, Rob is in Ohio. It's his first time working since he lost his job. And he's gone for a week. And it's really hard to take care of the girls by myself and try to work during the day and keep them quiet so that I don't get in trouble with my job. And I can't afford to get in trouble with my job because I really need my severance. Oh, I didn't even mention that my husband's brand new GTI, the one that he got to replace the other one that was in the accident, he had his vape in the car and the batteries exploded, lit underneath the dash on fire, and the car just didn't work. And so we haven't had that car in months. It's still in the shop. They haven't even started repairs on it. So we only have one vehicle, and my vehicle is crapping out. There's something going on with the alternator or the battery or something because it keeps losing power. It has to get better. It has to. Because I don't know how much more of this I can handle. I thought it was the worst in January, when I just wanted to say fuck it. But it just doesn't stop. It just keeps coming. I don't know what to do, guys. I've started doing like cam girl stuff, selling pictures and video and things like that, because like that's how desperate I am to pay bills, to keep my lights on, to keep my house. It's been like 2 years of steady downhill, and I just want to be happy. I want to be happy for my kids. I want to be a good mom. I want to not struggle every moment of every day. I can't be a good mom while I'm like this. Like, my temper is so short. And I have no motivation to do anything. My kids live on chicken nuggets, juice boxes. I feel terrible about that. I just eat shitty food and want to sit around all the time and not do anything. They deserve to go play and go to the library and go to the park, even though it's too hot to go to the park. But they deserve to get to do things that are fun and for me to play with them, and I can't even find the motivation to do those things. I just want to sleep, and I have so much trouble sleeping. It's so restless. I don't want to take showers. I don't want to get ready. I don't even want to play my games anymore. I can't keep my house clean. I don't even want to cry in this video. I don't know what to do anymore, guys. But this is what my depression looks like. And if you watch this, I appreciate it. I don't know when I'll make another video. I don't even know if I'll have the motivation to edit and post this. But I thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, then there's something wrong with you. But if you can relate, or you want to see more of the struggles that I've been dealing with, or how in the past Zoloft had helped me with like postpartum depression, subscribe. There's no harm in subscribing. Give this video, a thumbs up. Leave comments below. Words of encouragement, anything. Find me on Facebook, whatever. I need friends, I need solidarity, I need silly cat memes and pictures of cute bugs, and I don't even know, like I know I'm not alone, but God, it's hard not to feel like you are. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.